health, according to Reddit. Check our website for more health tips. alternorm.space. Are goji berries really as healthy as they claim, or is it just marketing? I've become really interested in health foods lately, and I fell into the hype of buying quinoa, chia seeds, goji berries, cacao powder and other stuff. What I want to know is, are the crazy claims that they make about these foods being 10 times better than other foods true? Or is it just marketing? Cause I've spent quite a lot on these foods. I asked the dietitian, because I work at the hospital, and she says it's all marketing, and we should just get a balanced diet. Does anyone have any info with any actual scientific evidence to back it up? It's a little of both. Yes, they have a lot of nutrients, but that hardly makes them unique foods. Want to know another superfood that almost no one talks about? Cabbage. Cabbage isn't anywhere near as profitable though, so it gets no marketing. Quinoa has high protein content for a pseudograin but is otherwise unremarkable. I haven't looked into chia or goji, as I've tried samples and I think they taste terrible compared to the price. Quinoa can be pretty affordable, if you can find someone selling it in bulk. If you want highest nutrient content for your dollar, there is absolutely nothing that marks higher than liver. Liver is gross though. So again, no marketing. Cabbage seems like it would be unremarkable health-wise. It's just an unremarkable vegetable. But I'm happy to hear otherwise. It's largely marketing. Quinoa is popular since it has a high protein content and people can use it in place of high-carb grains. I tried it out but I just didn't take to it. Any type of superfood claims are just hype. There are so many equally healthy foods out there, but no one food will treat disease or prevent cancer or do some amazing thing for your health. So there is a lot of conflicting info on goji berries. First, they come from China, which is sketchy, but also people say they are not as healthy as the media portrays them. Any takes on this? Also, how many should one take a day? Thanks. I like them because they are a rare source of lycopene among smoothie ingredients. Tomatoes, grapefruit, and watermelon are the other main sources, but none of them would work well in a smoothie. Goji berries are closely related to tomatoes, so you might be getting some of the benefits of tomatoes with a much better taste. Goji berries also add a nice red color to my smoothies, which would be brown without them. They're just berries. They won't harm you, unless they were grown in a heavily polluted place where they absorb pollutants and heavy metals. Processing can also infuse dangerous metals. However, this is not an issue for Western consumers. Blueberries are probably a better choice, or even other berries depending on what is cheapest. Organic is better, but is only essential for the dirty dozen. If you're trying to get more testosterone, then those berries still won't help. Unless you eat an exorbitant amount, in which case you'd probably get poisoned before you get that testosterone fix you're after. Doesn't matter to me. If they're being boiled or cooked, I will straight up toss them out. I'd rather eat other vegetables and fruit than deal with that travesty in my soup. Now that blueberries are available year-round, why would you bother with anything else? Exotic just means we know less about it. Ignorance didn't mean magical. I've seen goji berries listed as having a particularly high concentration of antioxidants. However, I haven't been able to determine if this applies to dried goji berries. While I am aware that scientific evidence hasn't shown much support for the ORAC value of a food as having any biological significance, I am still curious. Do dried goji berries have a high ORAC value? Do these berries ever test high in metals? Or have any reasons to limit them in the diet, other than sugar content? I didn't actually know people consumed fresh goji berries, I've only seen it dried. My guesses are it retains its antioxidizing qualities, otherwise the Chinese would never eat it. In my family, we put it in all of our soups. I think you're safe. Not sure about the nutritional value though. I've posted this in a few places now cause I'm trying to get some conflicting opinions. Right now I don't know who to believe. Part of me wants to believe the marketing cause it feels like the easy way out, and I've spent so much on health stuff already, but it just doesn't really seem realistic. It's marketing. Juice is the sugar from the berry. More than anything, it's sugar. Berries are good in general, but they don't need to be any specific berry. Go with what's in season and easily available. Anytime you see a claim that something is a superfood or that it improves health, it's bullshit marketing. I occasionally listen to Jillian Michaels' podcast, and she did an episode once where she offered alternatives to really expensive products like goji berries. She said to swap goji berries for blueberries. I can take or leave a lot of the episodes she does because she can be so preachy, but I do remember that resonating. There is a science show on the BBC called BBC Horizon. You can find videos of a lot of their past shows on YouTube. I recently watched one of their shows which examined this very question. They compared a number of the so-called superfoods against more mundane examples from the same category of food. They came to the conclusion that the superfood label is mostly marketing hype. They also said the same thing as the dietitian you consulted: eat a wide variety of foods from the healthy categories and you'll be fine. I used to put them in with my overnight oats and they would swell up and got juicy. Maybe try soaking them in something overnight. Additionally, I have pooped out whole raisins that I didn't chew up thoroughly, so I don't know if your stomach could break that down enough. Those things are tough. Almost all goji berries are grown in Asia. They're not as soft as tomatoes or raspberries, for example, but they're squishable enough that it's probably not realistic to ship them from Asia safely while still maintaining freshness and nutrition. Same reason you don't see the more exotic varieties of bananas grown in Asia for sale in the US, so they dry them to make them easier to ship. It probably won't take that long for some commercial growers in the US to catch on, though. Apparently they're quite hardy plants. I've never seen them for sale fresh, but last year we bought 2 goji berry bushes for $6 each, on clearance. Yeah, and planted them. In the fall there were 2 beautiful little red goji berries that we ate with reverence. This year the bushes are really growing fast, so we're looking forward to more berries. Might be an option if you have a place to plant a bush or even a big pot on a balcony. I would blend them with the juice you like and use them as an additive in smoothies, protein shakes. I just take shots of goji juice, myself, because it makes dosing and consumption easy. I love the flavor, though, sorry to hear you aren't. What brand did you get? Pesto. Like a more badass version of cranberry walnut pesto. That or any context you'd use raisins. I like to soak golden raisins in cherry vinegar overnight as a base for romesco. Haven't tried it yet, but I imagine goji berry's smoky flavor would complement it well. Salted collards, kale with bacon and golden raisins. Goji and goat cheese is another favorite of mine. Conflict of interest is a major compromising factor in a study like this and seriously undermines its credibility. Not that I don't love goji, I actually had a shot of goji juice not but 15 minutes ago. Still, integrity is essential in evaluating a study like this. There are whole blogs dedicated to identifying conflicts of interest in studies. Goji berries are great. It's a shame that self-interested groups feel the need to push biased studies through that undermine the credibility of that fact. And that's our video for the day. See you next time, here on Health According to Reddit.